I had this massive tight head and he shoved my head up my ass.
What is wrong with you?
Nobody move!
And we're all like, I think it's a little bit early for that speech, but it is what it is. We're already there now.
He exposed himself on television.
And put in Fat Club at Glasgow. Text my agent at 4 a.m. and sort of said, well, what's the crack?
And just gets back to his pie again.
Mate, I eat sugar puffs 3 times a day. You don't want my diet plan.
Let's talk about that one. I think 28-0 against Bristol, the tabletop big team at the side. I think no one believed it. I think there'd probably be a few players on our side, if you ask them about halftime, that they believe we'll be able to do it, and say no. Think about the talks at halftime. Marl always tell a story about Scott Baldwin. I think we went 20-0 down after 20-something minutes. And he comes in and he starts like, okay, right guys, start chopping in his hand. He's like, we have 2 choices. Either we keep playing the way we do and we'll lose by 60, or we start putting in a performance now and we can save our pride, or like that kind of speech, you know. And we're all like, I think it's a little bit early for that speech, but it is what it is. We're already there now. And then to come back, went into change room, we had a good chat with the boys. And then to come back from that, it was just unbelievable. And other thing bizarre that game, Joe Marler flew in with a chopper the morning of the game and left straight after, so that's pretty cool. We actually ran past them at half-time, everyone jogging in. I think we had so much energy left from not doing much, standing behind our poles for a lot of the time, where they looked really tired at the time. So that's something we tapped into half-time, is like, look, they look really tired and we have still a lot of gas in the tank left, so let's play in 5 minutes intervals the next bit. I think Matt Simmons said that at the time, just 5 minutes at a time and see where we end up.
I've got a couple that I can't say on air. So I guess my first cap for Scotland actually was a bit out of the blue. You know, I hadn't played professional rugby for a couple of years, and then I got contracted to Glasgow, and on my first day in at Glasgow I got a phone call saying I had to fly to South Africa to play against the Springboks at the weekend. So that came a bit out of the blue. And then stayed out there and played against Italy the following week, and then flew back in, and everyone else went on holiday for 4 weeks, and I got brought in and put in Fat Club at Glasgow. So yeah, it's kind of the highs and lows of professional sport when you go and play for Scotland.
I'm sticking Jackson Ray under the bus here, but the first 5 seconds of the championship final last year, second leg, when they kick off, and Jackson has. It's the worst thing I've seen on a rugby field. He has complete panic. Ball is kicked to him. He tries to leave it for someone else, then realises it's firmly his ball, lets it bounce. It goes over his head, starts bouncing around, and he proceeds to then smash the ball out the back of the in-goal area, giving away a penalty try and getting a yellow card in the first minute. And all of us are looking at him like, what is wrong with you? So that was the worst thing I've ever seen.
I don't think there's any that are appropriate, to be honest, with where this is probably going to go out.
There's this one time we were playing Comet, and both teams ran out, but both teams thought that they were playing out of the same end of the ground. So both teams were standing in one half of the pitch, and the ref had obviously confused who he told was playing where, and John Muldoon screamed, "Nobody move!" and it was one of the most bizarre but hilarious instances down away in Connacht. And then there was a bit of a standoff as to who was going to move. I think at the end we were just like, right, we'll move. We don't care that much. But it was a funny one to be involved in. I actually haven't thought of that in years. That's it.
Playing a game, probably my first year at the club, maybe my second year at the club, and we're playing Harlequins away. It's a really close game. It's on, I think it was on Sky Sports back then, or BT, whatever it was. And one of the players was playing in our team, didn't have any underwear on this game. And at one point in the game, it's been like a kind of half a tackle that's gone into a maul, and his shorts have got pulled up. And let's just say he exposed himself on television, and it must have been really cold.
We played Sale about 2015 or so. And I remember Johnny Leota was one of their centres, strong ball carrier. I think it was Terminator. And Allianz Park, StoneX now, the sidelines are very close, and the hoardings. And for some reason, the ball's gone off to the side, and Chris Ashton's holding onto the ball or something, and he gets in a bit of a push and shove with Johnny Leota, and Johnny Leota just proceeds to just tip him straight over the top of the hoardings. At which point, it was hilarious because no Saracens player came to help Chris Ashton. We all just laughed and thought this was brilliant. And secondly, it was great because there was a fan, and you got it on camera, who's just standing over the top and has his pie, and he's just pieing his pint, and he just sees Chris Ashton fall at his feet, looks down at him in a full South shirt, doesn't help him, and just gets back to his pie again. And we just thought this was genius that absolutely no one wanted to help him. We played the video about 20 times that season, so that was enjoyable.
No, I can't say that either.
Getting a call to go to the World Cup was the weirdest moment for me. I think I'd played, it was my first, probably my breakthrough season. I played the start of the season 7 or 8 times for the club, and went away end of the year, just went to Bali, got back from a night out and seen an email saying there's a Rugby World Cup camp going on. I thought it was one of my mates having a laugh, text my agent at 4 a.m, and sort of said, well, what's the crack? And he said, oh yeah, well, they're going to invite you in, no promises, don't know if you're going to a World Cup yet, but training camp's in 2 weeks. So pretty much the next day I was running on the beach trying to get myself in relatively good nick again to sort of go and give it a good crack. So I guess with me personally, that's probably my weirdest moment in rugby, my most surreal moment in rugby, because it was so unexpected really. I spent about three or 4 nights drinking at that point into my holiday. And it was funny because Haskell at the time, who was at the club, and Dylan Hartley sort of hinted at it, which I didn't really clock onto at once. I remember being at an end of season social with Dylan, and he just said to me, oh mate, well, keep yourself in good nick, if you know what I mean, like keep yourself ticking over while you go away. And I just didn't think anything of it really. Later he told me that he was trying to hint that I was on the verge of a call up and wanted to keep me in good shape. So yeah, it was a surreal moment and completely unexpected really.
Sorry mate, I've got nothing. There's obviously nothing that doesn't involve someone pissing on someone or someone swearing and stuff, so I'll probably leave that one out.